Hey guys, so today is a video I don't usually want to make. This channel is intended to be for insights into food, the science, culture, and history behind it. With that knowledge comes responsibility to address ignorance, especially when it leads to bigotry. Today I'm talking about Eating with Todd's recent video. He's a relatively well-known British food influencer on TikTok, making short-form content reviewing food primarily in London. As you can see, his content is generally positive, fun, and lighthearted. He can be a little over the top for some, squeezing burgers, overflowing sauces, making a mess kind of thing. But that's not the real problem with his channel. As fun and lighthearted as it is, he has a serious following. About 300,000 followers on both Instagram and TikTok. His videos regularly reach over 1 million views. For a city-focused food influencer, this puts him quite high up there, and with that kind of reach, it can easily affect the businesses he reviews. Let's take a look at his review of a Chinatown egg tart.
Sometimes things don't go to plan.
Fucking hell. Tasted like mouldy eggs.
So in this video, Todd bought an egg tart from Chinatown, and well, let's just say he didn't have the best reaction. He gagged, spat it out, made a puking noise, and then called it mouldy eggs. He even captioned it with, "Don't go to Chinatown for the egg tarts, they tasted like mouldy farts." An extreme thing to say when just tasting one sample of food from one bakery inside an extensive and diverse community. A blanket statement like that is nothing short of bigotry, and I'm not alone in this opinion. So looking at the comments, we can see that the caption has since been edited. And people pointing it out that he barely tasted it, they just let it sit in his mouth for barely a second. People also pointed out it was just generally acting like a child. No one should have such a disgusted reaction to a food, especially when something like an egg tart, which is essentially just custard and pastry. And of course, many people are seeing the racist undertones of this video, like he came in there wanting to hate it. Of course, if this was part of his blooper reel, it just didn't need to be posted. There was no need to slander a whole community of bakeries based on one bad experience. So a TikToker that was tagged quite a few times in the comments is called Sujia. She's a well-known Asian American YouTuber who frequently calls out ignorant and bigoted behavior, especially surrounding food. So naturally she made a stitch to this video. Let's have a look.
Lucky for me, I'm a try it myself kind of gal, because if I had gone by your review, I probably would never try Chinese egg tart. And thankfully I didn't see the original caption for this video, which was, "Don't go to Chinatown for their egg tarts. They taste like moldy farts." Well, let's see. Let's see if they do taste like moldy farts. Like I said, I've never had one of these before, so I'm really interested just to try and see if your review is something that I agree with. Quite lovely. My dog is just dying for one. Huey, you cannot have the egg tart. That's not for you. Let's see. It doesn't smell like a moldy fart. In fact, it doesn't smell like a fart at all. It actually smells kind of sweet and delightful. Egg tarts. Delicious egg custard in a light, flaky pastry tart. Tart, not fart. Let's try. My God. Oh, this is delightful. Dude, what? I know in the comments you said that you must have gotten like a bad batch or like a batch that was off or something. And that must be the case. You should give this another try. And also maybe be more mindful about how you describe food.
Yes, I love Sujia's work and respect to her for making the stitch. In my opinion though, she didn't go far enough. Todd's response was racist and bigoted and has damaging consequences in 3 main ways. 1. Alienation and xenophobia. Using disgusting language and nauseating expressions to describe another culture's food, especially one that is commonly made and regularly eaten, reeks of ignorance and prejudice. It's the same type of ignorance that leads to bullying and disgust in Western society, whenever an Asian person brings their lunch and ends up isolated and sitting alone. It's the same type of ignorance that leads to Asian foods being used as punishment in a game show. It's the same type of ignorance that leads to Asian people's diet and eating habits to be blamed for a pandemic, and therefore to many people justifies the anti-Asian and specifically xenophobic hatred and violence. 2. Eurocentrism and white supremacy. From his edited caption, egg tarts from Chinatown do not taste like pasta donadas. According to Todd, therefore, pasta donadas are the standard by which all egg tarts are compared to. Anything else is not only inferior, but disgusting and gag-inducing. That all Chinese people can produce are inferior knockoff versions of superior European or Western goods, an all too familiar narrative. Todd's words are the same type of language that describes Chinese food as cheap and dirty, that when it tastes good, it's because they cheat using supposedly dangerous ingredients like MSG. And even when nothing is wrong, it will suggest Chinese people use or substitute exotic and strange meats to unwitting customers. 3. Racial and ethnic boycott. Stating such an absolute declaration as "don't go to Chinatown for the egg tarts," accompanied by objectively negative language like mouldy farts and mouldy eggs, is going to turn people away from giving any Chinese bakery a shot, for egg tarts or otherwise. Not to mention, it isn't just bakeries, but also restaurants, cafes, and grocery stores, the lifeblood of the Chinatown economy. These aren't mega corporations, but small businesses often run by families with the thinnest of margins at ever higher costs. A tasteless and ignorant review like this from a popular influencer can drive customers away and destroy businesses that have only begun to recover from the countless boycotts since the peak of the pandemic. So just to sum up, Eating with Todd's behaviour is deeply damaging to the Chinatown community. One short video with terribly thought out caption and terribly thought out content that didn't need to be posted can seriously damage and destroy businesses. And of course, using just vile and disgusting language will further dehumanize Chinese people in the UK, an already marginalized and targeted group. So what can you do? Don't support Eating with Todd and continue to call this behavior out. Try to bring it to the attention of any brands that work with this channel, and if they continue to work with this channel, they're essentially approving this sort of ignorance and bigotry, and therefore don't support them. Remember to support your local Chinatown and its businesses. And lastly, more British and especially British Chinese influencers need to speak up for Chinatown. If you have made it this far, I really appreciate it. I usually want to make positive, uplifting, and educational content. I will follow up this video with more educational content regarding how influencers should act and behave respectfully, as well as introduce the delicious diversity of Chinese egg tarts, starting with Hong Kong and Macau, but there is so much more. Thank you again. See you next time.